Hello everyone, I am back with another little mediocre guide, and this guide is going to be for all the Titans. Now, I'm out of PlayStation Plus at the moment, so I can't really play multiplayer, so I'm doing this in the campaign, which is not really going to be the best showcase because you're in a Vanguard and the Titan is so much more powerful than all the multiplayer Titans. However, all the classes are here, so I'm going to give a pretty good little short and sweet guide to every Titan. Now in multiplayer, I have every single Titan Gen 10 or higher. I believe I've got Monarch at like 25, Ronin's like 25, North Star's at 18, and the rest are in between like 10 and 13. So I've got good experience with all the Titans, and to start off, I'm going to be showing you how to effectively use Ronin, because it is one of my favorite, or actually it is just my favorite Titan to play with, because what makes Ronin good is it has the best utilities of all the Titans. You've got Sword Block, which is the best defensive ability in the game besides maybe Vortex Shield. But Sword Block reduces damage by I believe about 75%, and you can keep it active all the time. So normally these characters would just wipe you up and kill you, but no, Sword Block is fine. So how you want to play Ronin is, as the name suggests, it's very hit and run. Best way to instigate is using your little stun there. Shoot your couple bullets a couple times, run to cover, get your reload in. Shoot a couple more times, back off. You can use your phase shift to either engage or disengage. I preferably like to use it to reload. And the best way to use Ronin, essentially, since it's very low health in multiplayer, you just want to stay alive till you get your sword core. Once you get sword core, you can just run in and enjoy yourself and just slap some cheese. Next Titan I'm going to be showing is Tone. Tone is the easiest Titan to play in the game. A lot of people say, and I agree with that, because it's just very simplistic. Tone is your mid-range Titan. Just pop your shield down, get your shots in for somebody behind there. But Tone's also really good for pilot hunting because it's a one-tap kill with a direct hit, and you also get wall hacks with them. The best way to use Tone is really just to play behind cover. I'm missing all my shots here. Really, you just want to play behind cover, get your locks on, and once you get your missiles, go back into cover and just shoot around corners. That's probably the best way to use Tone, because with cover, you can just fire off all your missiles, get your shots back in, go back into cover, fire off your missiles, pop your shield when you're getting flanked, use your wall hacks when you don't have enough information on where enemies are, and yeah, that's really how you play Tone. Also, another little thing is, really good way to use your ult with Tone is get your lock on, shoot your missiles up in the air, look right back at whoever you're shooting, and fire your missiles at the same time. Because that way you can get extra damage on top of your barrage. Good way to get some cheeky kills doing that. Next, I'm showing Scorch. Scorch is one of the easy and hardest Titans to play. It really just depends on the map. If you're playing on like complex, Scorch is really good, but on like wide open maps, Scorch can kind of screw you over because of how slow he is. The hardest thing you really do with Scorch is to just position your traps and your firewalls in a good position. So honestly, it's usually best to shoot your traps behind them, shoot them, and kind of just chase them into your fire. Just walk up in their face with a trap behind them, because they'll be backing away when you have your shield up in their face, and then they'll end up walking right through your fire like that. And well, there's really nothing to say about the core. Just pop core and you see somebody with 2 bars and below. It does about 2 bars worth of damage and ignores the boost state. So that's a really good little thing to do, is just, like I said, throw traps behind what you're shooting at. I'll show a good example here. Now he's backed in a corner, so he's got screwed. So yeah, just place your traps behind them, firewall in their face, back them into their trap. And your gun's really good, but it can kind of be hard to get your shots off sometimes, because of how slow it is. So honestly, get your practice in trying to lead your shots, and you'll be so much more effective using your gun. The next Titan I'm going to be showing is Ion. Ion is a lot of fun, has probably the best kit in the game, however, the gun is terrible. If Ion had a better gun, definitely be probably the strongest Titan in the game. Now, energy management can be really difficult to get down at first. So the best way to really play Ion is just never use your splitter shot. This drains energy too fast and you kind of just miss out on your kit. So kind of just put a little defensive perimeter down with your traps here. And your main source of damage comes from your laser shots and your vortex shield. So you really just kind of always want to be going back and forth between laser shot and vortex shield. And use your gun, like, the best way to imagine Ion is your gun's not really your primary. It is like a pistol. It's your secondary weapon. You don't really want to use it all the time. You just want to use it as a secondary, essentially. You kind of just really want to instigate with your primary two abilities. Just go back and forth between laser shot and your vortex shield. Now, a good time to use splitter shot, if you really need it, is to finish off a low health Titan. Kind of just, I'm gonna get this guy low right quick. And see, now he's low HP. So instead of just wasting my energy on big laser shot, you can burst him down really quick with a split shot. Other than that, you rarely want to use split shot just because of how much energy it drains. Really just prioritize using your abilities because that is the best part of Ion. Now, Monarch is not in campaign, so I can't really show how to play Ion. However, Expedition has the gun and similar abilities for the most part. With Monarch, when you don't have your first core, the best way to play Monarch is just be a coward. Play behind your team, play scared, do damage, but don't really try to go for kills. You just want to just shoot, build up your core as much as you possibly can. Once you get your first core, you can be a bit more aggressive, and really just covers your best friend on Monarch, because you don't really have a defensive ability. You have Energy Siphon, which is a really good stun, and it gives you shield, but it's not really a good way to defend yourself, per se. So really just you want to play behind cover. Once you get your first core, you can be a bit more aggressive. Once you get your second core, depending on how much health you have, you can be really aggressive to get your third core really quick, or you can just play really safe until you get your third core. Now another thing with Monarch is you never want to use your missiles. Your missiles lower your overall DPS of your gun. Like, your gun is higher DPS. If you stop to shoot your missiles, you'll end up doing less damage per second than you would without it. So usually the best time to use your missiles is if there's just a pilot nearby. You can just get them off your ass by just quick little missile pop at them. And Laser Siphon, pretty much just use it off cooldown, honestly. If there's a Titan nearby, well, I mean, this guy doesn't have Siphon, but just use it off cooldown. And another thing is you can use Siphon on dropships like that. If you use your Siphon on dropships, it'll give you the same amount of shield as it would by shooting a Titan. So if there's not a Titan nearby, you need some more shield, just pop your Siphon at a dropship, and you'll get extra health doing that. And rearm and reload, really the best way to use it is just to maintain your Energy Siphon, just like the downtime, reduce the downtime of it. Really, Energy Siphon is like the best part of Monarch's kit, in my opinion. Her missiles are terrible. Her gun's really good, but her missiles are really shitty. So you really kind of just want to play safe, Energy Siphon as much as you can. Never really use your missiles against Titans because it'll really kind of screw you over. And yeah, that's Monarch. Play like a coward until you get your cores. Now once you're at your third core, Monarch is without a doubt the strongest Titan in the game. So once you get your third core, just start bomb rushing people and you'll get kills. Now North Star is another favorite of mine. Like Ronin, North Star is probably my other main. Now North Star is similar to Monarch. You want to play like a coward. You don't have a defensive ability similar to Monarch. You have your tether traps, but let's be honest, they are not good at all. So really, you just want to play behind cover, play behind your team. North Star does a ton of damage, so you can really utilize it just by helping your team, finishing off low health enemies like that. Your cluster missiles are good if you're running away, so you got a Titan chasing you. You can pop down your tether traps, shoot it with a missile, and then they'll get stuck in it, and it'll do some good damage while you run away, and they're shooting their tether to get away from you, and you can get some extra damage in like that. Now, with North Star's core, there's something not a lot of people know. The splash damage does the same amount of damage as a direct hit. So when you're popping core, don't shoot at the Titan, shoot at their feet. If you shoot their feet, you'll do the same amount of damage, and it guarantees that all the missiles will connect. and that's 4-star. 4-star is a lot of fun. Not really much to a kit, you just have to learn how to play safe. Also, VTOL, don't really use it that much because it'll put you in a very vulnerable position and you can't really move that fast. Like they all have line of sight on me where I'd normally have cover here. But a good thing you can do with hover is you can just fly up into buildings. Say there's a pilot up here, you can just fly on up, put the thing down, pilot's screwed. Okay, so the next Titan I'm going to be showing is how to play Legion. Legion is a lot of fun, very difficult, takes a lot of skill, probably the hardest Titan to play in the game. So how you want to play Legion, it's takes a lot of practice, let's just say that. So I'm going to run up here, find some enemies, and I will showcase how to play Legion effectively. So how you want to play Legion, like I said, it's very difficult, takes a lot of practice. But first, you want to press left bumper, get a shield on your gun, and you just want to hold right trigger. That's how you play Legion. Just this, yes. Just hold right trigger, and when you get your shield back up, get your boot, use your boot. Very difficult, like I said. This is Legion, just big gun. That's Legion, just big gun.
Control seizing up.